Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Woo Inspired Sessions. So ridiculously excited about today's show. Although I say that all the time, but I truly am. And I will get into why I am in just a moment. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Sherry Elise, and I am the co-founder of thewellnessuniverse.com. And on behalf of Anna Prayer, the founder, our team, and everybody, welcome to this week's Facebook Live Woo Inspired Session. Who's hanging out with us today? We've got good morning, Chrissy. Awesome. Very good. So for those of you who do not know, the Wellness Universe is an online community and platform of wellness practitioners who provide their resources and their services to help you become a happier, healthier, and whole you. And in case you haven't been there, go check it out. We've got a great blog. We have a learning platform. We have over 2,300 Woo World Changers that are here for you. And today, without further ado, hello, everybody. Hey, Anna. Awesome. So without further ado, let me tell you about our Woo World Changer, because that's what we do here on Woo Inspired Sessions. We feature the amazing members that we have in our community. And this person is no different. He is a gifted technology entrepreneur. He is a best-selling international author, a spiritual teacher, an international speaker, everything, my friend. He's everything, which is interesting. Please let me introduce to you Robert Clancy. Hello, Robert.
Hello, and it's so awesome to be here. And I already told you before we went on, every time that I'm on video, I channel my inner Sherry smile, because you have to have that when you're on video.
Well, I'm glad. Thank you for bringing it with you today. And I'm grateful to be able to help you with it.
Awesome.
So just so everybody knows, so the first thing about Robert, if you ever have the blessing to be able to meet him, is that he brings with him this energy that immediately just makes you go, huh. And so I know, which is a weird thing to say, but I want you all to stay tuned and really stay connected with us, because number one, Robert's going to offer you something really awesome at the end. But number two, the way that Robert has lived his life has been incredible, life-changing, and I cannot wait for you to hear the story. So let me just stop talking and let's dive into it. So in order to become all of these things, international speaker, best-selling author, and all of these great things, you didn't just show up this way. Between you and I, you don't just show up like that.
No. And what I found from every major spiritual person that I've met, they've all gone through something incredible in their life, incredibly challenging in their life. And I had the same. At age 19, I was at the lowest point in my life, and pretty much I shouldn't be here. I was probably weeks to even months away from what I call checking out without your bags. And I was definitely on a very destructive path. I was a straight A student. I'm a super intellectual, like logical programmer, science person. And I had a divine experience at age 19.
Wow. And I know that I know this is not something that you spoke about in public for a very long time. And now you just wrote about it in your book publicly. Yes. So I want everybody to go and get your book. But if you could just be able to share with everybody, because I know this story very well, but I want everybody to hear about this life-changing spiritual experience for you.
Yeah, this is something that I kept secret even from my family. Only very close people to me, or people who had crossed over, took that story with them, because I told them just moments or weeks before they passed what I'm going to share with you now. And I told my dad in 2012, the night my mother, I knew she was going to pass away at 2:30. I was given that. And I pulled him aside and I told him what I just said about the low point in my life, but also somebody had come to me and handed me something that changed my life. And it was a pamphlet on how to meditate. And they said, stay out of the bars tonight. You go home and you do this. So I did. And I was 3 hours into the meditation, thought I saw a light, shrugged my shoulders. And then I realized the light was different. It looked like a laser pointer on my wall. And all I can tell you is it just manifested into an angel into the room. From that light. It looked like a butterfly, and then it came through what looked like a portal or something, but it just opened up into the room, and then all space and time stopped. and I was face to face with this incredible angelic being, which was Gabriel. I was touched in the forehead, and I was plugged into everything in the entire universe, all love, all of it, everything. And I was given my life path, and I just didn't tell anyone for 30 years. I just lived.
Rob, I get the chills I've heard this so many times. Robert and I have had the pleasure of being at events together, on a cruise together, had a drink together, and yeah. Every time you share this with me, I get goosebumps, and the reason is because I think on some deep level we all know that there is this space and place, and you are so blessed to be able to have that knowingness, I guess you would say, right?
Yes, and that's, after this encounter, and there's a lot of details to it. That's one reason I wanted to write in this book. It's a story of the night that I told my dad, the night my mother passed away, which has even deeper meaning to me, to share that with my family during that time. And I wanted to capture all the details and all of the things, but there was so much more. I was given just, as you said, I don't have belief I only have belief. There's no faith. It's just a pure belief. And I had to live with knowing. That's the first thing that I said to myself in the mirror after this happened. I said, you're going to have to live the rest of your life knowing, and no one's ever going to believe you. You're just going to have to carry this, and it's going to be a double-edged sword. And I wanted to run out my front yard and yell, heaven is real, and there's angels, and, all of that. And I just went to bed with a huge smile. I haven't stopped since. And in December 1st, 2012, the words started coming, and I started posting them on my Facebook page. And I had, I don't think it's a coincidence, 111 fans on the page. Wow. And now there's over 630,000 fans. And I just write, everything inspires me. I see God's math on everything. That's the only way I can describe it.
Yeah, and if you have not seen Robert's words and quotes, which I'm sure you have, Guide to the Soul is all over the place, and his memes, and they're just, you can tell, you can feel that you're divinely inspired by that and divinely guided by that. And I'm curious, since that moment in time, obviously many years have passed because you've held that secret for very long, but now you've written 3 books, right?
Actually 4. This is number 4, but this is the third print book, but yes, my 4th book.
And I know that Soul Ciphers, a decoding life of hope and happiness, that this is very special. Did I say that correctly?
Yes,
I stumbled over my words. Thank you.
You are perfect.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I try.
In so many ways, you're perfect. Yes.
An angel, guys. So I know that this book is very special to you. I have read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Soul, and I have your other books as well. And I've not had the opportunity to be able to get this, but I am so excited about it. But tell us and everybody how this particular book came about.
Yeah, the difference is that when I wrote The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Soul, it's prior to December 1st, 2012, when that other level of awakening happened. So I was really, I still had the gloves on. I didn't want to say everything. And now I just said, you know what, it's all there, and I'm going to put it all into this book. And the book came about from the first book has these beautifully written inspirational stories that, people are coming back to me saying, I read it and I cried, and I saw how you did forgiveness. How do I do that? And I thought, oh my God, they didn't make the leap. So I was given the title of this book, and it's combining my programming with my spiritual side. And I put decodes at the end of each chapter, and they're simple life practices. So you get this beautiful inspirational story, all of this information, and then these 3 decodes at the end of each chapter. And one of them might be, do you smile when you're alone? And I smile when I'm alone because I realize I never am.
See, I know everybody just got goosebumps. And you're just always guided by these. These always naturally flow out of Robert, just so you know. By the way, if I just let him talk, he would just keep coming up with them.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Coming through him, actually.
Absolutely.
But what I think is beautiful about this is that it's so easy for so many speakers and motivational figures and everybody to just tell people what to do. You got to release, you got to forgive, you got to be compassionate. But there's so many people out there who actually need the how. And it sounds like that's what you do in this book, is that you give people the how.
And you just brought up an important point. I don't tell people what to do. I ask them what they should do. And It's a difference. It's a different mindset. There's a lot of questions at the beginning of each chapter. Why are you feeling this way? I question a lot of those things. So when you ask those questions, it brings it to your consciousness. And then you get the journey of somebody else who's walked this path. And it's how they blaze the trail through the forest. You still have to find your own trail. You're not going to walk that trail, but at least gives you some guideposts and some tools and things to go, I can go into that forest. I can get through it. And soon enough, you'll be on the top of the mountain, looking back on the valley going, look at the beauty of what I just crossed through.
Which is a beautiful thing to do for people, because most people want to follow what other people say and follow there, and then not realize why that's not working out for them, or why they didn't experience the same thing. So it sounds like you give people the freedom to discover that. You're just kind of shining the light.
Yes.
For them.
It's just a path and saying, here's the forest you need to go through. Find your trail through it. Each of us, we all have unique experiences, and that's the beauty of life, that it's never a repeated thing, that we all are unique beings, and we're not humans with souls. We're souls surrounded in humanity. And that's the beauty of life, is to discover that part within you. And it's all just about learning what love is and how we're connected to the fabric of the universe. And I look at love like these little threads that connect us all together. And if you can, like you take those two cups and you make the string, it's like that. And if you ping the string, it can shine the light to someone else. And that's what love means to me.
That's beautiful, Robert. K.A. says, believing is key to experience and knowing your own trail.
Absolutely. And, belief is something, I've spoken to rabbis, to nuns, and I took this one nun's hands and I said, "Sister, do you have a lot of faith?" And she said, "Yes, I do." I said, "Is your faith really strong?" She said, "Yes, it is." And I said, "I don't have any." And she looked at me and I said, "Sister, I only have belief." And she started crying and said, "You're blessed."
Yes. I don't even know how you have time for all of these encounters.
Yeah.
It's almost like, seriously, like the angel that touched you, that connected you to everything. It's like you're living everything at one moment, because it is one moment in time.
Yeah. And I feel it that way. It's just, I get emotional just thinking about, and I never felt worthy of it either. It was more, I looked at people and I'm just in awe of people that have beautiful faith. And I just, wow, I didn't have that. I had to be shown something to have it. And I never felt worthy of the gift. So I asked for 30 years, why me? Why was I selected? And on December 1st, 2012, that's some of the words I woke up with that day were, why ask why when you should ask why not? And that's really what life is. Why question where you're going, because you already are there. Yeah.
It's funny because between Robert and I, we can keep talking. And so I just want to take in all of these moments, but I'm like, no, I got to talk. I mean, I could expand on every single thing that you say. Let me ask you a question about these decodes. I know that you offer quite a few through them. Do you believe that your soul or your life does offer these kind of decodes?
Yeah, and there's so many different meanings. I've had some people read some of the 3 chapters, and then they're asking me, "Where's the rest of the book?" And I said, "It's coming." They wanted to keep going, and every one of them have come back with, when you made the point on something about manifesting reality, that was so beautiful. And I went back and read the first 3 chapters, and I'm thinking, I didn't really say that, but that's what they took. So that's their decode. So it was amazing. Wow. It's just, and that's what it is. All of our DNA and how everything comes together. You're going to find your own message within the message. That's the beauty of it.
I love that, because you make everything sound and is like figure outable, if that's an actual word. I love that.
Sometimes when I'm speaking to, and I'll say, love has no walls, thus it cannot be conquered. Love has no boundaries, thus it is always open. And love has no limits, thus it has no end. Or love is a simple word, yet it simply means everything. And I feel like I'm saying 1 + 1 = 2. And when I say that, they go, 1, whoa. And I get this look, and then tears will come down their cheeks. Yeah, it's 1 + 1 = 2. 2. I know.
So, Robert, so many people that I've met, and I know that you've met and that probably have reached out to you, deal a lot with depression. And hearing you speak right now and seeing the things that you're sharing, probably so desperately you want to think, I want to feel that. Do you have any tips for anybody that is dealing with depression?
Yes, it's, when you're on a reverse climb, it's easy to go down in life. And I have a chapter on this where I actually climbed in the Grand Canyon foolishly without enough supplies. And the key thing that I discovered on that journey was, we need to ask for help. That's the key. When you reach out and ask for help, whether you ask God or you ask a person or you ask both, that is the first step. And the second step is to make the turn. Stop going down. I know the climb out's going to be hard. It's not an easy journey, but the light is at the top of that journey. And that's the key. It's making the turn, making a conscious, intentional decision to change. And that's where you can pull yourself out. Letting go of grief is not about letting go of a loved one. It's about creating room in your heart for the love that you have for them. And that's the beauty of it. Open your heart to that and share that love with everyone else. And that's the key.
I love that, because all of us have that access to that. And for some, it seems harder and more challenging because it is. But like you said, just asking for help is the first. And then you can have people like you who guide you to that, whether it's through soul ciphers or any other way.
Yeah, and there's a lot of guides on the trail, not just me. There's so many, you could just randomly encounter somebody who's smiling at you just in the right way at the right time. And sharing your smile is a beautiful gift that you can give out every day. And it can actually prevent somebody from committing suicide, because I've heard stories of people that said, I was planning on it and somebody smiled at me that day and I changed my mind.
That actually happened to me. I'm not going to talk about it all, but when I was waiting tables, a trainer, someone said that to me, and that actually changed my life. And to be able to see the effect that you can have on someone with something.
Right. Yeah.
So beautiful.
Share those smiles, and you have a beautiful one that you're lighting up the whole world with every day. So keep it going.
Thank you. Well, some of us have beautiful souls like yourself that glow. Others have smiles. Well, we all have beautiful souls, but. So we're rounding out our time here, but before we do that, I always like to ask a specific question to everybody. And so I want to know, Robert, if given the opportunity to be able to have a microphone right now and everyone in the world can hear you, and you are given 60 seconds to share any message you want, what would that be?
Mine would be that everything that you're going through is temporary, and no matter what it is, you will get through. And I'm glad that I did, because I could have checked out without that, and gone with this beautiful knowledge. And look what happened. An angel manifested in front of me and showed me, the love that's out there. And when it comes down to it, the simplest acts of kindness create an infinite symphony of love. And heaven is not up there. It's right here. It's on top of us. And just tap into it and share that love with someone else. So there's my message.
Beautiful, Robert. Thank you so much. I know that you have a special offer for everybody. If you want to go ahead and let everybody know about that.
Yeah, I'm so proud of this book. This is pretty much one of the only physical copies in existence right now till October 3rd. But I have put it up on Kindle. For the ebook is only 99 cents until it actually goes and launches on October 3rd. And then there's, if you go to soulciphers.com, plug in your order number, either pre-order the print or that, you'll get about $300 or more worth of incredible gifts. So we have the Secret of the Keys movie you get for free. Swami Sadashiva Tirtha is a psychic medium. He's got a session as well as his book, 21 Days to Joy. It's an e-download. You get all this stuff instantly when you plug in your order and go, and it's 99 cents. So I just want people to read this book. This is really for the world, and I'm just proud to get it out there.
Oh, Robert, I'm so proud to be able, on behalf of the Wellness Universe, be able to, number one, have you as a world changer, but to have you as a friend and for you to share your light and your love. with everybody. You always get all cheesy. I have this awesome video.
Yes.
I'm
so glad that I actually got to hug you once and twice. We've had 2 encounters so far. So
okay, everybody. I was his angelic encounter. Okay.
Yes. Pretty close. Pretty close.
Thank you all so much for being here. Robert, thank you for the amazing work that you do in the world. Everybody go order Soul Ciphers. Right now it's only 99 cents. It comes out October 3rd. You will be inspired. Order his other books. Follow him. Connect with him on the Wellness Universe. There's so many different ways to get a hold of Robert. And really, I know that once you do, you will feel inspired in a way that you haven't before. So thank you, everybody. Go check out thewellnessuniverse.com. You can become a Woo friend if you're just looking for resources, or if you are positively impacting the world, you can become a Woo world changer as well. Robert, it's been a pleasure, an honor. And
thank you so much, and all love to everybody. And I know so many people in the Wellness Universe just sharing. I thank you, and I always tell people this from the bottom of my heart. I've never gotten there, so I just thank you with all of it.
Thank you, everybody, and thank you all for being here with us. Really appreciate you guys. Bye.